Hello friends, thank you for visiting my channel. For those of you who are new here, I have been trading for over 10 years and primarily trade ES, NQ and DAX. I'm launching an exclusive promo code for those who find the information I share valuable and seek to learn and acquire a similar trading thought process. Stay tuned to catch this special promo code at the end of this video. In today's clip, I will be covering a couple of sessions from earlier this week where I will take you through the three main topics. First, the context we had heading into each of these sessions. Second, the notable patterns. And third, the high odd opportunities that were out there for the taking. The aim of this video is to help you grasp on how to think when you look at the markets and how to operate with the given set of information. Alright friends, let's get straight into it. Let's see what the context was heading into Tuesday. To start with, we observed a first full session acceptance below our balance 43.69, 44.94, something we have been tracking for a few months now. What do I mean by full session? That is either Asia, London or US, and in this case we had both Asia and London, essentially Globex, acceptance below 43.69. The earlier two attempts, one of which was on 18th August, Friday, was a look below and failed. And second, on Thursday, 21st September, which triggered towards the end of session. And somewhere we saw something where we saw Asia, London, and the initial Friday RTH session leading to a ramp, formed a lower high, continued to sell, chopped into Friday, Monday, but the pattern was consistent. ES kept forming a lower high, confirming sellers were in complete control. Thus, makes up the first high odd short opportunity on the back of applying the balance rules, that is, go with the break of the balance. Now comes the confluence bit. On Twitter, I have been sharing on how the recent downtrend or weakness has been exhibited via the lack of acceptance above prior days IB low and the pattern that continued into Tuesday. First up, we saw ES lacking traction at Monday's value area low. We saw ES lacking traction at Monday's value area low, 43.54, followed by being back below Monday's IB low, 43.43. That's when the pattern got activated and in the process failed to hold the EU low 43.44, another reference point that confirmed weakness to us. That was your second high odd short when Monday IB low failed. So the first opportunity, very clear, during Globex, if you were around, you could have taken the short based on balance breakdown, or you could have taken at Monday's failure to retake Monday's value area low, or ultimately the failure of prior days, which is Monday's IB low or Tuesday's EU low. We guys in the room shorted at 43.54, 57 and held this beauty for a nice ride down. While we don't just look at the context and confluence around our area of engagement, but also see where's the magnet, in other words, the levels to which ES may want to travel. Well, quite the obvious one being August 22 swing high, which is 43.27, and the ESM June settlement 43.05, levels that we had marked as targets back in our 23rd July weekly newsletter. I'd recommend all of you to subscribe to my free newsletter, which is shared via Substack every Sunday for both ES and DAX. So guys, a quick recap here before I move forward. Balance low failed, followed by Monday's Val, IB low, and then Tuesday's EU low, all confirming sellers were in complete control. The next high odd trade opportunity you had, which would be the third trade for Tuesday, would be the long at 43.05, when our target was met, and more importantly, it was the balance top, well supported by the average daily range that we have been tracking since Friday, 22nd September, of about 35 to 45 points, which on Tuesday happened to be right into 43.05, resulting in a high confidence trade marking an automatic long for us. As you can see, folks, plenty of opportunities. How one just needs to be a bit patient and have the overall awareness. Moving on to Wednesday, the same pattern, that is, rejection around prior sessions IB low continued, whereby Tuesday's IB low failed to deliver a meaningful bounce, which seems to be less than 10 points, during the EU session, confirming lack of traction, and subsequently failed right at the open. Add to the fact Tuesday's value area high 43.35 acted as a lid to the upside during EU session, along with the EU highs being in the region and also right under the pullback high right here, pullback high seen post EU close on Tuesday. That essentially makes up 43.33.37 as the zone to watch, which made this short a no-brainer for us and a high order one. What was the magnet this time around, folks? The poor low. The poor low left behind on Tuesday at 43.05. A quick recap here, folks. Given the confluence around the region of 43.30s, the resistance was pretty evident, and RTH opened right into resistance, had a pullback written all over it. This is a point you want to note as I move forward. On Thursday, observe how a similar but inverse action was seen. This time, unlike Wednesday, where the EU highs held, in this case, it was the EU lows that held the fort for a ripper. It was a day where members knew what to expect. That is, a revisit of 43.20s and a high potential chance of ending one-time framing down on the daily, along with some upside continuation. Sometimes all you need to do is observe the behavior patterns apart from the structure that's out there. Given the inverse relation identified, it was another high odd long that we took and enjoyed. The best trade that we secured this week, though, was a long at 42.82. Post the flush seen on Wednesday, where we took a swing long attempt with a clear vision of a 69 to 108 point rally. And we got just that ahead of Friday's RTH session. I'm sure you smart folks would have figured out by now where the reversal occurred from on Friday. Yes, that's good. That's your good old 43.69. Something I spoke about at the beginning of this video. It was bound to act as resistance on its first visit. Think balance rules, folks, and rightly so, I had my resistance marked there as well. You may be wondering, how did I know that 42.82 could potentially give a bounce? Well, that's the inside scoop, something members know, and involves a lot more details around the confluence scene at the time. We'll leave that for some other day. For now, let's keep our focus on the basics. That was our Tuesday to Friday, covered by a thorough study of structure, context, observing the important patterns, and gauging the market behavior to engage at high odd trade locations that each of them ended up delivering. Folks, get this right. You need no fancy indicators, tools, signals to see these things. It's right in front of you, yet unseen to most. Keep it simple like we do, and I'm damn sure your results will look better moving forward. In regards to all the levels that I've shared and the trades I've been talking about, it's not practical to take you through all my Discord posts, but what I have done is I do post them on Twitter, and you can definitely verify the timelines, the posts, and how the weekly plan also contributed and enabled us to catch the leg lower and higher or moves at both ends. With that, thank you for hanging out with me today. And as promised, here's the promo code you can use to sign up and give yourself an opportunity to learn and improve both your consistency and profitability. Use the code Level Up, details shared in the show notes below. H by R is signing off, and I'll see you in the next video. See ya, have a good weekend.